Home sweet home. Hi guys, happy new year's. Oh guys, I really genuinely hope your crossover was amazing. You had an amazing time with friends, with family, whoever you were around with. I hope your crossover was amazing. So guys, as 2024 became 2025, I find myself reflecting on all that has unfolded, and it is truly surreal. The amount of growth that I've endured mentally, physically, and socially has truly been a blessing, and there is still so much growth to be had, which is the beauty of it all. I'm genuinely so appreciative for what this year has brought forward for me. I've opened so many new doors for myself, and with hard work and vision and consistency, I will only continue to elevate. Guys, never give up on yourself, because we all have a purpose. Sometimes it can be very hard to see, but remember that it's all part of the process, journey, and everything happens for a reason. Guys, keep shining. So guys, I kind of find myself so emotional when I'm doing this voiceover today, because I thought I wanted to really come to terms with how what I came through, or what I brought from 2024. Will it be able to sustain me? Will it be able to see me through 2025, if you know what I mean? Am I carrying the old habits I had from previous years? I'm not going to say 2024 alone, because we are accumulating, right? The years are accumulating. Before you know it, we are 2030 or something. 2030. We are 2030, you know. So I'm really reflecting on all the past years that brought me to 2025. So guys, this might be a bit emotional, or it might be me trying to talk to myself through this video, and I want to actually be able to come back to this video during this particular year, this 2025, to see if I've really grown, or to see if what I said to myself, for myself, I really worked on it. So anyways guys, I hope you stay through my video as I try to reflect on my own self, trying to maybe if we can work together through this video. But yeah guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. First things first guys, it's gratitude. Ukubonga, ngiyabonga. There's so much things to be grateful for, but first guys, you have to give thanks. We all have that greater power that we all believe in. That's something that is greater than us, where you have to really give thanks. You go down on your knees and you pray, you I don't know, we have different ways of showing gratitude, but this is my way to say I am grateful to God for everything that I have in my life. You know, when you feel thankful for the good things in your life, you know, this could be stuff that people often take for granted, like having a place to live, having food, having clean water, guys, having friends and family. Gratitude is taking a moment to reflect on how lucky you are when something good happens, whether it's small or big. But guys, for me right now at this moment, I think whatever thing that I came across, or whatever I feel like I'm going to come across, I want to say thank you. Because without being grateful, guys, I believe that it's like you don't know who you're supposed to pay tribute to, if I should say it like that, guys. You know, for the little thing, you know, like for instance, let's say you wake up in the morning, you're going to school, and then you get hit by a car, or you don't even get to where you're going, something happens on the way, or you get mugged, but there are people who get home untouched, unscathed, Don't you think we all have to give thanks for such things? Well, there are things we take for granted, guys. If you have something, you always have it in your face. It has never been taken away from you. You don't know how to be grateful for such things because you take them for granted. You think it's what you deserve. But I've come to believe that some things you have to give thanks, even if it's something small, like maybe you got bit by an ant. What if you got bit by a snake? You see? Anyways, guys, I am really, really grateful for everything, be it small, be it guys, gratitude is very important, guys. It helps people feel, more positive. It helps you make even think of making good experiences. It improves your health. Guys, you can even build strong relationships through gratitude, guys. Do you know some things are about connections? If someone need to do something for you and you don't even say thank you, or you just say, it's normal that the person did that for you, and then do you think the next time that same person will do that same thing for you, or maybe even worse, guys? There's this saying that I recently read not long ago. It was saying, like, when you're leaving, close the door softly because you might come back. Do you know, like, I don't know if this is how I should like rephrase the whole situation. Do you know, like, when someone does something for you and or even if you're angry and then you just like close the door with so much roughness, how will you come back later to that same person when you're asking for help? I don't know if I'm misquoting everything, but guys, yeah, first things first is gratitude. Give thanks, guys, and this is my way of giving thanks. Thank you, and I'm really appreciative. One of the biggest factors as to why I think I managed this far is the decisions that I made, or the decisions that I took, or even the ones that I didn't make myself, or the ones I chose to ignore. But I would like to think that the reason why I'm able to be where I am now, or past years carried me to here, is because of the decisions I made for myself, with myself, if you know what I'm trying to say. When it comes to decision making, guys, there's a lot of things we have to consider, especially your own mentality. Are you able to live with the decisions that you are taking, or will that decision make you sleep, or is it the better or the best decision at that moment? Or are you driven by ignoring things, or do you compartmentalize, or you are the person who lets other people decide for you, or you are not comfortable making decisions yourself, or you need motivation, you need the decisions that we make. Some of the hugest factors that take us to where we are. And I would like to say the ones that I've made, I've been able to live with them. Though there are some decisions that I believe that I've kind of really deprived myself of the peace, or I've used a shorthand for myself, but at least I can be able to live with such decisions, if you know what I mean. Guys, and personal growth. Decision making, I feel like it also fosters personal growth. Guys, there are some decisions that I've actually made that I feel like if it wasn't for me being able to fight for myself, I would actually have kind of got into maybe huge trouble, or put myself in situations where I can't solve them easily, such decisions where you be like, I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have risked this, I shouldn't have, even though decision making, it comes with a lot of risks. Despite the risk, you should always be careful with the decisions that you make. Make sure that you consider the consequences, if you weigh your consequences, or if you weigh your benefits, or does it outshine? Does it weigh you down? Does it increase your value of why you made such a decision? Identifying your goal, I believe, is one of the most effective decision-making strategies that I've come to see individually, personally, that I've actually come to see for myself. And when it comes to decision making, guys, as I said, like self-awareness, guys, it encourages you to reflect on your values, like goals and priorities. Like, what kind of a person are you? Like, are you willing to risk your ethics, if I can use the word ethics? Are you a principled person? Are you like a fleeting person? Or like individually, guys, when it comes to decision making, you really need to consider all aspects, like evaluate your decision, gather information, and weigh your options, guys, before you do something, or before you decide to put yourself in deeper danger. Or I don't know how much I can say, or if I'm actually making sense, or I'm talking to myself, but I believe that there are some decisions that I've kind of told myself I could have avoided this, and now that I've kind of got in touch or connected with my goals, I now know the decisions that I know this one is worth it, or this one is just going to pull me down, or this one is going to land me in trouble. Or if I had to land myself in such a situation or consequences, how am I able to defend myself? Guys, I feel like I'm the most possessive, or I tend to show the type of person that I am towards people. I'm very expressive. I don't know if people who know me can actually attest to that, but I'm one of those people who wears their hearts on their sleeves. Is this heart? You wear your heart on your sleeve. Yeah, I'm that person. I feel like the way I interact with people, I become so attached. Okay, I easily get attached, and once I attach to the person, I show them who I really am. And I feel like some of the ways that I express myself, or the way I just easily get attached, it actually lands me into situations whereby I get my heart broken very easily. Like, I am that person who, if I'm doing this for you, sadly, I would expect you to do the same for me. I don't know if it's like I'm the person, if I do this for you, do it for me too. No, but I'm trying to say, like, I would expect you to do the same without giving it a thought. I don't know if that actually makes sense. I'm that person who you can call and be guaranteed I'll pick, or if I can't do it, it will break my heart, guys. That's the type of person that I am. And I want to say that I think this is one of my things that I want to fight for this year, to actually not really take a step back, but to give the best of me to relationships which I think are more of blood, like the way I feel I've been expressing my love with my little sister, or to my little sister, if I can say it like that. I feel like since she came, she has actually grounded me to expressing the love that I have for someone who, let's say, I met on the street, or a new friend, or someone who I'm trying to bond with. I feel like I want to express that love to someone who I actually feel like is well deserving. I don't know if I'm actually saying it the right way. I want to take a step back in indulging, or in inserting myself more than what people, or the certain individual is saying I am actually in their lives. Sometimes there's a saying where that goes like, if they wanted to, they would, something like that. If you tell me that you're my friend, I would expect you to be a friend. But if you say, oh, you're just a friend, it's different. I'm not talking about dating or friendships like in general, to say, oh, this person. I'm just saying about relationships in general. If someone shows you who they are action wise or whatever, I feel like you should really listen to that. And this is where I am right now. What I'm trying to say, that I feel like I'm that type of person who usually over exaggerates themselves in someone's life, if I can put it like that. Yeah, so I want to learn to take a step back and assess properly and then act. So this is one of the things that I'm saying, that I feel like my sister is the person who I'm willing to attach to. Let her gain the love that I feel like I should. This time, I'll keep saying but I feel this is one of the reasons why I'm telling this to myself and I'm telling it to someone. I'm actually documenting it so that I can actually take a step back and stop over exaggerating. Because I don't know if there are people like that who actually get so attached, like you easily attached to someone. You see someone suffering, you feel like you can open yourself up, guys, like you can cut yourself or split yourself so you can help. Or you see someone not being able to do this, you want to help them. And I'm trying to learn this thing of first fill your cup, let your cup run, like overrun, so that you can use what is running out to help other people, if you know what I mean. Feed yourself first, so with a full tummy you can be able to feed someone who's hungry, if you know what I mean. Because you can't be hungry and feed another person when you know you're hungry. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, this is one of the things that I wrote down for myself, to actually take a step back, assess the relationship or the friendship, or I don't know. Yeah. And sometimes it's the little things that you actually see when in friendships or in relationships, when people don't show up, or when you're always the one who shows up, or you never show up for people but you expect them to show up for you, or you're always busy for people but you expect them to be not busy for you, or you don't pick up people's calls but you expect people to pick up your calls. So I feel like when it comes to relationships, be it friendships or families, I extend a hand, meet me halfway. You cannot expect to be given something that you're not giving. So that's where I am when it comes to relationships. Show up so people can also show up. Give so people can also give, That's one of my biggest setbacks, if I can say it like that. And I've learned to actually build and take breakups, or take friendships ending, or take if I'm saying breakups, I mean there's that person, or there's that person you're telling yourself, oh, this one I will never, this is my best friend, or this is my man, or this is my woman, or this is my, but you need to take breakups with an open mind. You might have been the toxic person in the relationship, or there might have been the toxic person in that relationship, or if you know what I mean. Sometimes you have to accept the fact that you were just not the one, you were the toxic one in their life. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why in relationships we also have to all take accountability, and to make things grow. When one thing dies, another thing grows, right? That's the thing. So I feel like that's where I really want to express my love to my little sister, and she's actually grounding me, because I feel like you cannot split yourself, guys. You can fall in love with a lot of people, you can manage to help a lot of people, but sometimes it can be tiring. It can be very, very, very tiring. So anyways, this is me saying I need to do better in relationships and friendships. I don't know. In general, with people, I will show up, they show up. If you don't show up, I won't show up. It's kind of like that, if that's making sense. What's your intention? What are you intending to do? What do you want? Be intentional with your life, with your habits, with your energy, with your words, with who you surround yourself with how you show up daily, with what you're working towards, with the steps you take, above all, with what you truly, really want. Guys, if you're so intentional with your life, I feel like every little detail will matter. Like where your feet is stepping, where your foot, just one footstep, where it's going, you would want to know the reason why you're actually stepping there or where you're going. With your habits, as little as something small like maybe biting an apple. What are you trying to achieve? Maybe you're losing weight, or you're trying to eat healthy, or you're trying to have clear skin. Be intentional with your habits, with your energy. Not everyone deserves your energy, whether it's the anger energy, guys. You can only get affected by someone, or someone can only make you angry if you care, right? So if you know that that person doesn't deserve your anger, or doesn't deserve your smile, or don't even waste your I don't know, your energy. It's not worth it, right? With your words, be intentional with your words. When you're talking to someone, for instance, if you say, "Oh, I love you," what's your intention with your words? What are you trying to say? You love me? Are we just friends, or are we going out, or are we seeing a future together? Or with your words, or if you say harsh words to someone, what's your intention? Are you trying to drive them away, or are you trying to build them up? Or are you that person who never says a good word or a kind word to someone? Or I don't know, guys. If you get where I'm going with this, be intentional with who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with someone who never says anything kind to you, or someone who never compliments you, or even for little things like maybe you cook and they say, wow, you and salt, or or they say, if you know what I mean, surround yourself with people who boost you, like who challenge you to be better, or not someone who wants to drain you. There are those people who actually drain your energy. Like I don't know, avoid such people, guys. Be intentional with who you surround yourself with. Be intentional with how you show up daily. Like it doesn't matter if probably you're sick, or you're feeling sad, but if you show up daily, guys, even when you went to work feeling sick, but you know why you're going there, you end up getting you end up getting cured at work, guys. Guys, you deserve happiness. Be intentional with what you're working towards, guys. Are you working towards to a great life, or are you working towards being someone's mother? Are you working towards being someone's amazing big sister? Are you working towards being your mom's best child? Guys, I don't know how mothers do it, but you are not the only child. Anyways, be intentional with the steps that you take. Above all, this is the most important. This is something that I'm also trying to learn. Be intentional with what you really want. Guys, I think I sometimes struggle knowing what I really want, especially even in little things like food. It's a fight. Me, I can sit in a restaurant, guys, and peruse and not order something that actually makes sense. And sometimes I might even order it and I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have got this. This is what you really want. Be intentional. Even if it's something small, guys. Something small. Or let's say you saw something that you can't afford. Don't you think you can work towards getting that something? Because life is so short, guys, to have things that you don't want around you. Be intentional with what you really want, guys. Surround yourself with people that, boost you, guys. There's nothing so cool than being with someone who you can just look at and be like, wow, damn. This is how sometimes I feel. I feel like having my sister around me lately is actually boosting even my morale. Sometimes I'll know that, if I get home, probably she has done this, or if it's me who's supposed to do this, I'll do it. Or if we are splitting this, if we are splitting chores, sometimes I don't even do anything because she'll be like, let me do it. I'm not saying these are the intentions, no, guys, but if you get what I mean, be so intentional with your life. This is me trying to tell myself, Silibaziso, be intentional with your life. Be intentional with your habits. Be intentional with your energy. Energy. Guys, I have too much energy sometimes, so I'm trying to be so intentional with my energy. Right? Yeah, be intentional with my energy, guys, with who you surround yourself with your words, with how you show up daily, with what you're working towards, with the steps you take. Be so intentional with what you really want. Lessons, guys. You have to learn your own lessons. Learn your own lessons. No one will learn lessons for you, guys. Your homegirl will not learn lessons for you. Your mom will not learn lessons for you. Your father will not learn lessons for you. Learn your own lessons, guys. Whatever lesson it is, guys. We've all learned things that we didn't know before. Probably you did something that taught you something. If someone had to describe that lesson for you, would you have learned it the same way they described it, or the same way that they went through? You have to learn some things yourself, if you know what I mean. There are some things too that I feel like if someone had to tell me, this is how I felt when this happened to me, I wouldn't really project, or I wouldn't really feel. If there are those things that you want to try yourself because probably you don't want me to go through this because, or maybe no, there are some lessons that you have to learn yourself. There are some things that you have to go through yourself because no one else can go through them for you. Be it maybe how can I put this, guys? It's so I don't know if I'm telling this to myself because I feel like there are some lessons that, like I said before, there are some lessons that I've had to learn myself because no one can learn them for me. For instance, especially when it comes to spending, or when it comes to money, or when it comes to living within your means, there are some things that you can say, what if I rent this house that is 500 pounds, and then tomorrow you can only afford 1 month from that 500 pounds. Isn't it better for you to learn it yourself that, okay, if I can get a house for 250 pounds and I can have 250 pounds 2 months in 500, in 500 pounds. I don't know if I'm making sense, but this is me telling myself that there are some lessons that I've had to learn myself, or there are some lessons that I've had to be taught and understood because it was me who was going through it, if you know what I mean. And I feel like there are some lessons that we kind of learn by focusing on the positive aspects of our lives, or or there are some lessons that we learn by not actually dwelling much on the fact that we were hurt, or on the fact that we were disappointed. There are some of those things that we had to learn ourselves. I don't know if I'm blabbering much, but this is me telling myself that the lessons that I've been through, no one would have explained them better than the way that I can explain them to myself, if you know what I mean. And over-exaggerating lessons, sometimes people can over-exaggerate. Maybe something that is not a lesson to you can kill someone, or maybe, one man's meat is another man's poison. Something that is good for you cannot be good for the same person. There are some things that we have to learn ourselves. So yeah, don't dwell on what went wrong or what hurt you, but put it at the back of your mind that when I did this thing, this is what happened. Learn from your lessons. Acknowledge your lessons that you faced and how they have shaped you. Okay, I feel like these are actually some of the things that we can derive from the lessons that we've learned, because I feel like if you were burnt, you won't put your hand back there, right? That's a lesson. And probably you were heartbroken because someone decided to lie to you, or someone decided to do this to you. But if you had to get that same lesson from someone else, and they're trying to explain, or they're trying to tell you, oh, me, when I did this, but I learned it this way. But then when you go there, you're like, oh, you're living a good life, or you're actually not learning anything, because you know what I mean. Sometimes there are some things that we have to learn ourselves. And if you focus on the lessons you've learned from your experiences, rather than actually stating facts, something like focus on the lessons. Don't just generalize. Just because it's a fact doesn't mean it can't be, an experience, If you experience something, it doesn't have to be a fact. If you know what I mean. Some people face things differently. You face this like this. The other person can face it the other way. But learn your lessons yourself. No one else can teach you a lesson better than you. Yeah. Responsibility. Taking responsibility. Acknowledging and accepting accountability for your actions, decisions, and your consequences, whether positive or negative. This is actually one of the biggest virtues, if I can say. Taking responsibility is one of the things that I want to do most of, especially as someone who wants to venture in business or entrepreneurship. I really want to put my responsibilities in order. Like, it can be something as being honest about your role in a situation and being willing to face the outcomes, whether they are good or bad outcomes, whether it's a loss, it's a loss in something, be it like maybe you made a bad calculation and you lost some money. Take responsibility that this was actually a bad deal. It couldn't have gone this way if you did this, if you did that. Or it can be in a situation whereby there is a fight and you're the person who's actually wrong, or that you're the one who caused such a situation. Be able to take responsibility, or accept, even if the person might scold you or be angry at you. I believe that taking responsibility might be something that people kind of look down at, but it's one of the greatest virtues, I believe personally, be it in relationships or especially in business or whatever situation. I believe taking responsibility is one of the biggest virtues. And if you look at situations whereby you always take responsibility, if maybe you did something good if you take responsibility for that, don't you feel like that it's always like more opportunities open up for you? I believe it's the same situation when people know that you're honest and you can take responsibility for something. If you did something bad and you actually took responsibility for it, it actually just makes everything go away faster and with not much squabbles or anything. I believe that if you aren't or weren't expected to be responsible for something, I believe it's someone who's already regarded as a dishonest person. But if you know that, oh, I am the one who hit this person, I'm gonna go to jail, or I'm the one who stabbed this person, I'm going to, if you know what I mean. It doesn't have to be literal stabbing, but especially, backstabbing someone. You should take responsibility when people are now saying, oh, I heard it from Silibasi, so she's the one who told me this. Okay, yeah, sure, I said it because you definitely told me, if you know what I mean. I believe taking responsibility is one of the virtues that just makes life so easy sometimes. And the responsibility, it might not be in such situations of like, I did this. Another responsibility, I believe, is you knowing that, okay, I'm in this situation, how can I take myself out? Or I'm responsible for this thing, how can I achieve this A and B? Take responsibility for your actions. That's one of the biggest main things that I would love to do most of in my new year. I'm gonna come back to this video one day and I'll be like, oh wow, so this is actually something that I really did. So anyways, this is me now taking responsibility, like for instance, I opened my YouTube like 5 years ago, and funny enough, I don't really have much to show for it, though my sister is this thing of always telling me, oh, your YouTube is so beautiful, oh, you need to, but sometimes I'm taking responsibility that no, I didn't really work much on it. No, I didn't work much on my YouTube, and sadly I'm taking responsibility now. Anyways, taking responsibility, I believe, is one of the biggest virtues that I should have in my year. Wow, validation. Stop seeking external validation. Well, I'm guilty of this because I feel like I'm one of those people who's a people pleaser. I always feel like, oh, if you don't validate my actions, or if you don't validate how I'm dressed today, or if I don't feel validated, I don't know, if I don't feel validated, I won't feel like I did something. I think I'm one of those people who are guilty of always asking for input from other people, and I think it's because I cannot say no to most of the time. If you practice saying no, or if you get certain, or if you get straightforward on some situations, I believe that you can work on always seeking validation, because I'm now getting to the point of accepting the fact that my validation to myself is the most important validation. You don't need anyone's validation, be it for something like the way you dress for yourself. You don't need to dress for someone else. Or if your hair is like this, buy hair for yourself, do your nails for yourself. Don't detach. Sometimes I feel like people who always seek validation from other people is because they usually invalidate other people. I feel like I'm guilty of that, because maybe because of personal boundaries, or you are not a person with boundaries, or like what I was saying, you can't say no, you maybe, I don't know guys, but punishing yourself for not being validated or acknowledged in places like, probably, let's say, like friendships, or at work, or just in general with people around you, and maybe over exaggerating your life circumstances so that people feel some type of way for you. Or if you're guilty of those, well, I'm guilty of some of these things, like so that people gain like sympathy from other people, or being emotionally distressed when you're not the center of attention, or frantic attempts so that people can pay attention to you guys, or feeling guilty about setting boundaries with others, or overachieving, guys, in an attempt to make people like you. Well, I feel like I'm guilty of this, especially like sometimes you overwork yourself so that people think that, for instance, guys, I used to work in a restaurant and we were supposed to be leaving 3 a.m, right? And you would clean bathrooms, you would clean kitchens, you would clean this, but you'll be like, guys, we forgot to do windows. That was me, overachiever. Until guys, no, that job humbled me, because they're not even going to even say thank you or give you a raise or something. No, you're just like everyone else. The person who's even getting to work doing their job and going is better off, because they know what they are there for. They're getting paid for that particular job, and then they are leaving. And inability to disagree or challenge other people due to fear of being judged or abandoned. Maybe if you voice your thoughts, you think, tomorrow they will not talk to me, or tomorrow they might think I'm what. No, I actually respect people who actually don't care about feeling judged sometimes, or you don't challenge people, because, well, I'm guilty of this, because sometimes I believe I'm that person who, if you just say, I'll just look at you because I'm just too tired. Well, I'm learning, guys. I'm now vocal. I think I used to be vocal, but then when I came and I started growing up, I toned down a bit. But I feel like my toning down a bit has made it more like I'm scared to challenge people. But no, not anymore, guys, not anymore. Becoming emotionally distressed, like, you want attention. Well, attention seekers, well, am I there, or is because of my energy? I wouldn't know, but stop seeking external validation. Jumping from relationship to relationship, be it friendship relationship or dating relationship, or especially without taking time to heal, because you feel like you can't be alone. You need to calm down. Let's say you're the best friend and you broke up. You want to jump to the next person and they're already your best friend. You want to jump to the next person, they're already your best friend. I feel like some of us are guilty of that, because we first need time to heal. We really first need time to heal. And having difficulty making decisions on your own without someone else's input. I'm guilty of that 100%. Sometimes you just always want to know, should I do my hair this color, or I should make it red? Don't you think I would look good in white? Okay. Do something that makes you feel good. Validate yourself. I need to start validating myself, because the more I look into this thing of external validation, I'm guilty on a lot of things. On a lot of things. Well, guys, this is me doing my intake for 2025, and I'm so glad that I'm doing this video, because I feel like I'm definitely going to come back here. Wow, confident or bold. Become fearless, bold and confident in life. Syllabus is become fearless, bold and confident in life. Guys, I wish I can be fearless, confident and bold. I wish I could understand and embrace my fears. Aibo, this is me. 2025, here I come. I want to build self-confidence through, I don't know, action, through calculating risks, through learning from my failures, through I think I want to surround myself with positive influences, be it friends, be it family, someone who's just positive in my life, guys. I want to understand, guys, and embrace my fears. I want to, I don't know, guys, learn that there is more out there. There is more that I can achieve as long as I'm bold, as long as I'm confident, as long as I'm fearless. This is me telling myself that there is a lot that I have to do. But first, I need to be confident. I need to be bold. I need to be fearless. This is me telling myself, I need to be willing, guys, to be willing to act so innovatively, like courageous. Yo, like feeling like I'm untouchable. Feeling like I can just strut around the streets and feel untouchable, guys. Guys, and rely on myself. Rely on me being able to, to conquer whatever comes my way, guys. To gain confidence, guys. To recognize what I'm good at. This is me preaching to myself. We are all good at something, guys. Whether it's cooking or singing or being just a friend, guys. Or guys, there are those people who they're just good at just being friends, or a good listener, or being attentive, or there are those people, guys. We are all good at something. Anyways, this is me telling myself I want to be assertive. I want to start saying no, to give myself a challenge, to build positive relationships, to be courageous, to tell someone that no, I don't like your company. I would prefer to have someone like this, or I would prefer to be with someone who's like this. That's how I want to be, guys. Courageous, and to be firm in what I believe or in what I want, guys. I feel like I've been slacking then, because the more I got deeper, the more I want to replace negative self-talk, if I can say it like that, like to mind my thoughts, the more I feel I've been depriving myself, I've been limiting myself, I've been underdressing myself. I need to focus on improving. Guys, I need to observe confidence. Yo. Haibo kunengi, guys. It's too much. It's really too much. Anyways, guys, I feel like this is me trying to tell you guys I had such an amazing time with you guys, and if you watched my video to this far, I really appreciate you guys, because you are the real one. You are the real one. And I hope that these tips, or the way I'm trying to preach to myself, becomes a way of us bonding together so we can fight a common enemy. And by common enemy, I mean looking down on ourselves. We can fight better. We can, be together. We can achieve greatness combined. We can, have fun while we're doing it. We can, I don't know, guys, but this is me signing out of 2024, being so excited to conquer 2025, because I feel like there is a lot to be achieved this year, guys. There is a lot. Anyways, bye. Thank you so much for watching my video, and guys, I need this because this is my motivation. And when I'm coming back next time I come back on this video, I want to say, wow, Can you imagine? I made this video and now I'm telling myself that this and this and this. Guys, I'm going to say bye again, and hopefully I hope that you guys enjoy watching my videos. Bye. Bye guys, and enjoy the ride with me as I go home with my little sister, because this day actually we were not going to be home the whole day. We met at school. Yeah, so guys, it was so tiring. We couldn't just wait to go home. This is us going back home, guys. Ooh, what a day. Guys, company is very important. Sweet home. One more.